Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Farm Sim 19. And I'm here, hang on, that's just a little bit loud, wowzer. I'm here in No Man's Land, yes indeed. That's not what I want. What do I want? What do I want? This, nope, this, there we go. Why is it so loud? I'll try that. Anyway, yep, we're back here on No Man's Land, and it is, again, raining. Something seems to happen a lot here, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, indeed. So there has been some changes wrought about here. Since last we were here. You can see there's a little building there, and a few of them off in the distance. But we're going to talk about that in a bit. And yes, I know normally we would simply run this on the front of the tractor. Problem is, I realized, none of my tractors, well, none, I have two, neither of my tractors have PTOs on the front. And yeah, this is PTO driven. So we can either drive it backwards all over the place, or we can just pretend I'm doing this right. That's not what we wanted, actually. Because lowering the front weight is not going to get a lot of work done. But we're going to get our potatoes topped. Such an awkward field. See if we can get an actual row in this time. But yeah, we're gonna have to do this in 2 passes because of the lack of the way things are built here, I'm afraid. That's alright. Do hope everyone is doing well. If you're new to the channel, well, thanks very much for stopping by today. I do appreciate it. Big shout out to my Patreon subscribers and my regular viewers. You guys are awesome. And if you like what you see here, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, I don't really need to be in all lock wheel drive editions, so we can take that off of there. Nice. Yeah, we're going to have to put up even more security now. We've got some new stuff going on. It's all behind that other gate that we put up the last time, but, well, like I say, we will get to that. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Just wanted to turn it on. We will get to that probably next episode, because I really do need to get the beats dealt with here. So, oh yeah. Cuts the tops off the beets, but it still leaves all them dead weeds, eh? It's kind of nasty looking. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, am I going to get this last bit of a row here? Yes, that's what I like to see. So I got a notice in my email yesterday that my Xbox Ultimate Game Pass expires in about a week. And I thought, you know, for the amount that I'm actually using it. Now, I mean, I did get to try a few games. But I gotta be honest with you, for the amount I actually game on my Xbox, it's not worth it for that. And the games they've offered for the PC, now, I mean, granted, Offer and Redemption was pretty cool. But only for the Xbox. You don't get that for the PC. So really the only thing I've had for the PC is, well, I guess the Outer Worlds, which I played the heck out of, and Minecraft Dungeons. Which, I gotta be honest with you guys, as fun as it is, man, it's just a whole bunch more of the same, and 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 this, oh, yeah. There's, uh-oh. This will not do. Call the schoolmaster. Well, actually, just run the rest of the row. Okay, there we go. That wasn't so fierce, was it? So I decided, anyway, long story even longer, to go, well, you know what? You guys charge too dang much for what I'm taking advantage of. I mean, maybe it's great. There's a lot of games to, I mean, you know, I'm not saying that the Game Pass Ultimate is not a good service. It's probably one of the best as far as that kind of a... Did I miss those weeds? You. That kind of a service goes. It's definitely, you know, yeah, really good. But for the amount that I spend on it, yeah, it's not worth $200 a year, because that's what it comes out to Canadian. It's $101.99 or something every 6 months. So yeah, not exactly cheap as chips, as my UK friends like to say. And well, frankly, I like things cheap as chips. So rather than turning my money off, I have now shut down my money. Rather than turning it over to Microsoft, I decided I would kind of throw it all into one poodle and take that for a walk and see how it went. And the particular poodle I chose, insert game here, is in fact Star Citizen. So yes, I spent about an hour in the verse last night, humming and hawing and oohing and on. It is quite an amazing place, and oddly enough, my poor old system here seems to run it reasonably well. I mean, I'm on low detail, etc. I'm not saying this thing is amazing. Although it's kind of funny too, because when I was looking at the specs on it, they've got what they call the telemetry page for Star Citizen. And if you go there, it kind of shows you what the average PC users are using, what sort of frame you'll expect to get with various equipment and hardware, etc. Well, with my gear, now I mean my RX 598 gig isn't too shabby. It's certainly a generation or two out of date. But I was quite concerned about my poor old Core i5 6600K. And like I said, it seemed to run it okay. It definitely got a lot of stuttering and smudging about just as things were loading in. Like, I thought I was hooped when I first loaded the game, where you climb out of bed and you're wherever you are on that station or that planet. Yeah. Because, oh boy, it was slideshow stuff. But basically, once it cached in, it was fine. Same thing when I first got into my ship. Things slowed right down to a crawl. And then they were fine. So I thought, well, you know, like I said, I messed around in the verse a little bit. I basically blindly found my way to a space station that parked up there and thought, well, you survived flying, you survived landing. Cool. It's better than you did in Elite Dangerous on your first try, because, well, there, if you don't take off in a certain period of time, they kill you. But, yeah. So that went well. And I thought, well, how come it is playing it all right, considering that if you look at their telemetry thing, and you find my poor little CPU, it's way below the recommended and way below the minimums. Although if you read their spec sheet, it says it's well fine for minimum what you need. But at any rate, I decided, well, maybe a lot of this upgrade and stuff's a bit hypey. I'll have a look. So I went and... Oh, what's happened here? What's going on? Did I just find a hidden stump? I did. Wow, that's been there for a while. Okay, no problem, no problem. We're actually going to be past it when we need to set this down. Oh. There we go. Cool. And we're good. So I went and looked at a bunch of benchmarking that's been done. and I compared it to i5s right up to 9th generation. As far as gaming went, there wasn't a whole bunch of super frame improvements. Maybe in best case scenarios it was a 10% improvement. So then I looked at some of the Ryzen stuff. Now, Ryzen's claim to fame with their chips is not actually their gaming power. It's their production power. They're a great production platform. And sure enough, the new, 3600X or whatever, which is the comparable apparently to what I'm running, again, the differences were now not negligible. They'd probably vary between 10 and 20%, and 20% is a lot. But think about the fact, too, that you're not only looking at a new processor, but a new motherboard to contain that processor, and etc., etc. Is it enough of an improvement to justify, the almost $600 it's going to take to do it? I don't know. I really don't. But, I am going to continue to save towards that goal. As far as the Star Citizen goes, like I said, that's my own private bank account. That wasn't from the where my money's from Patreon or anything goes. That is, I told you guys I wanted to do computer upgrades, and you guys were nice enough to keep tabbing in there and helping me out, so that is going to go towards that. But yeah, no, that was, like I said, I was due in another week, and I knew it was coming this month, or the end of this month, that Microsoft was going to want their blood money for their service. So yeah, I've, kind of kept that in my bank account and kept it aside. But I bought myself the Titan, the Avenger Titan, as opposed to... I really love the look, believe it or not, of the little MR, the one which is one of the starter ships, but I wanted something with a little bit of cargo space, and I didn't realize they actually, because I guess there's some glitch between the two starter ships, you basically had to pick the MR if you wanted to do any kind of cargo missions, even delivering a box. So apparently they gave you another ship free. I wish I'd known. I would have gotten the little MR, because I really do like it. I think it's a cool as heck ship, and as a starter ship, it's great. And then maybe worked my way up to the Avenger Titan. Not to say it isn't a really nice ship. It sure is, and it's obviously got some big advantages over the MR or the other, whatever the heck it was. But yeah, that's kind of that. So any of you that play Star Citizen, if you have any advice, ideas, or anything like that you might want to let me know, do let me know. I watched a couple of guides on YouTube, and one of them that I thought was really good, I used their affiliate link to log in so that I got 5,000 extra buckaroos in my wallet to start the game with. So, yeah. But, I can see, like I said, I'm running on low details. I can see if I wanted to run any better than that. Again, I think my video card would take it, but I think that's where my, my processor might start to come up a little bit shy. But we'll see how that goes. I'm also running absolutely everything in my computer stock at the moment. I'm thinking about maybe sometime here in the next few days or so of doing a little bit of OCing on it. We'll see how that goes, just to see if that'll help me out a little bit. Because, I've got an overclockable chip. It is a K-series, and I've got a Z270 board, which is incredibly overclockable, even more than the 100 series chipsets. It's just not letting up. It's miserable out here today. I'm not going to be able to do the rest of this job today. And not because Giants tells you you can't harvest in the rain, but The actual potato digger that we use, or that I'm going to use, it has a couple of guys riding on it. Yeah, I don't think they're going to appreciate that, hey guys, there you go, yeah. Didn't I pick a nice day for you guys to root through the mud for potatoes? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. But, since we're not going to be able to do that, it's going to end up being a little bit shorter an episode, and I do apologize for that. We're only 15-something minutes in here, and I'm almost finished this. Wow, went by pretty quick, actually. But yeah, the other buildings that I put in, basically what I did is I dropped one of those government subsidy signs down, and then ran through the night, like advanced to the next day. So I made close to $1 million from the government subsidy sign. And then I bought basically a full production chain. Now, I haven't gone in and landscaped it all. That's why I'm not taking you guys out there to show you. Because, never show unfinished work to women or children. Since there's no women or children that watch my channel, that might seem a moot point, but I still stand by that. But it starts with a sawmill, and it goes through pallet production, barrel production, and with the end goal of having enough supplies to supply a business that we have here on the farm, which again I haven't done the prettying up on, so we're not going to get to see it yet. But much like we're doing in FS17, we're going to get into honey production. This one works a little differently, but yeah, so that's what it's all about. But like I said, it involves a sawmill, it involves a pallet plant, it involves a barrel plant, and it involves the honey operation itself. So it's a nice little production chain, as well as the one we're on here, of course, because all of these potatoes don't go directly to a silo. They are, of course, going to go through a potato washer and then a potato steamer. And then they'll be sold as luxury potatoes or something like that. But yeah. Unfortunately, like I said, we're going to get to top them today, but that's going to be about the extent of it. Because, yeah, it's thunder and lightning and all kinds of nasty carrying on here. I'm not going to put the hired workers through that. But, yeah. So once we finish this field, like I said, I think we're going to call her a bit of a short episode for today. It is good to be back in no man's land. Yeah, I think a little more suited to my sort of play style, I think, than the whole Ricci's thing. I do like the Ricci's maps, but I don't know. Like I said, they're not exactly my play style. These small fields and carving your own bit out where you need it, that's more what I like doing. Of course, I realize we are doing that on the Kootenai map for 17, but this is 19. We need a different gig, man. Alright, they're not going to tell me to bugger off and mind my own business. It ain't my field. Sweet! This isn't the grass one either, though. I think we're a little farther in from the edge on this one. Got a little bit perturbed by the whole thing with the grass field being so close to the edge, and where I thought the border was and where they seem to think the border is. Don't always agree. So, yeah. There we are. Topped and ready. Topped and ready. But like I said, I'm not going to do the rest of that. There's the honey production. Yeah, not going to do the rest of that because it is just not the sort of weather we want to have the boys out working in, I'm afraid. So that's going to have to be a next time thing. Okay. Well, if nothing else, maybe the rain will wash some of the dirt off my tractor. Don't you wish? Oh, how's our... Okay, that's ready to be filled up, eh? Nice. Well, this field is growing, fertilized 100%. Right on. So we've got a crop of barley coming in there. How's our chickens doing? They look all right there. I suppose we could squeeze them some water, seeing as the night's gone by. Awesome. Give this a little cleaning up. Nice. Okay. Perfect. That broom has got just the coolest physics, I tell you. A self-standing broom. Who'd have thought? Alright, give me a registering here. Something, something, something. Okay, that one's full. Nice. Let's go store it away. Alright. So as I say, I think that's going to do it for this one, guys. Do hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did, don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. You can do the share and favorite and all that good stuff. Ready to harvest. Look at that. We're ready to move some grass. We are our belly. Yes, 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 yes. And we're not going to have that image or that issue anymore, I should say. Because you'll notice we now own this bit of property out here as well. Yeah. We may not do anything with it, but at least we're not going to get that... Ooh. Hey, I didn't know that. That guy's still got half a trailer's full, eh? Interesting. Alright. So, that's going to do it, guys. Till next time, do take care of each other, but, I mean, you know, well, stay the heck away from each other. And, ciao for now.